Soft life, soft life, soft life. We've been hearing that term floating around the internet across the years. And in today's video, I'm going to give my own perspective on what soft life means to me and share my own unique perspective. So if that sounds like your jam, stay tuned. Hello, my name is Ashana. Welcome to LAJA. I'm into fashion, style, and self-care. If that sounds like your thing, I encourage you to stick around and subscribe, like, comment, and let me know what more you would like to see. Today's video is on soft life, what soft life is, what soft life means to me, and I'm going to share a few tips, a sprinkle of tips on how you can start living a soft life today. So, what is soft life? A soft life to me is a life of ease, flow, and peace. It doesn't necessarily mean luxury and frequent travel to exotic destinations, even though it can include those things. But on a more mundane day-to-day level, it's having a regulated nervous system. It's living a minimal stress life. I don't believe life is ever going to be stress-free because that's just nature of life. Nature of life is stressful. But we can do things to reduce and ease the amount of stress that we experience on a day-to-day basis so that we can lead a peaceful, content life. A simple, luxurious life is what I'm trying to say. What does a soft life mean to me? So I'm sure you've probably seen on the internet where people are showing their Chanels and their Louis Vuittons and their nice cars and big homes and traveling to exotic destinations and more. While a soft life can entail those things, I'm here to give a different perspective. I do have those things and I have experienced some of those things myself. So I'm not going to sit here and act like, oh, a soft life doesn't mean that you don't need Chanel. I need Chanel. I need Chanel. I need Chanel. Thank you. Thank you so much. But I'm here to give a different perspective to really ground us and put things into perspective so we're really focused on the things that matter in life. The first point on what soft life means to me is good health and sound mind. For me, health is wealth, and when you have health, you have everything, and when you don't have health, you have nothing. I'm sure you've fallen ill before and you've then realized how futile life is and how a lot of things really don't matter because you cannot do anything without your health. What good is having all the money in the world if most of it is going towards healthcare cost or illness treatments and more? I know I have gone through seasons where I've had loved ones fall ill and it was not a pretty experience, and it really put things into perspective for me and made me realize that life is precious and investing in your health as an individual is paramount. Granted, we're all going to die someday, and so we don't want to get to the point where we are extremists and we don't enjoy life all in the name of prioritizing our health, but it should still be a day-to-day focus for us every single day. So what does incorporating soft life into having a healthy lifestyle look like? It means paying for the best groceries that your money can afford, for fresh groceries. If you can go to the farmers market, do that. Buying food in season. It can also mean getting your groceries delivered, having a home delivery service. I know a lot of big grocery stores do that, and you can have your groceries delivered straight to your home so that you can save on time and it's more convenient. I know that's something that I do because I don't want to have to go to the grocery store and walk around for hours and whatnot. The trade-off is that you don't get to pick your fresh produce, but if you're getting general goods, then that is definitely a good option. Another way you can incorporate soft life into having a healthy routine is by investing in your home and investing in your health, whether it's through getting a good gym membership that you actually use. So find a workout that you actually enjoy. It doesn't have to be Pilates. I hate Pilates. I've tried it like before it became a big phenomenon. I had tried Pilates like 2 times and I tried it the second time just to give it a fair shot, and I hated it equally. But finding a workout that you actually enjoy, you can stick to, not one that's trendy, is another way you can incorporate soft life. Or you could simply just go on walks. That's one thing I do. I absolutely love walks. It's great for your mental health, and I'm happy to do a video on how I was actually able to lose a lot of my weight through walking. So let me know. So that's the first point or the first bucket, and that is investing in your health. Good health and sound mind is the pillar of soft life. The second pillar of soft life to me is time freedom. We live in a society where we are busier than ever. Everyone is on the go. We are sold all sorts of time management tools, told how we don't have enough time, we're running out of time, biological clock, this clock, time is of the essence, hustle, bustle, go, go, go. So time is feeling a lot shorter and more sparse. And one thing about time is that it's your most valuable resource. We as human beings have a finite amount of time. We cannot get time back. We can get money back, we can get energy back, we can get our beauty back, but time is a currency that we cannot get back, and we don't know when our time is going to be up on this earth. Only God knows that. So having time freedom looks like being able to dictate what you do with your time and when. You're not tied to an employer who is telling you what to do, where to be, and when. You call your own shots. You have time freedom. You're able to create a schedule that feels authentic to you, not one that is dictated to you by an external source. I'm not going to lie, I'm still working on this personally because I do work a 9 to 5 as of the time that this video is being recorded, and I love my job and it has afforded me a good, healthy life, and I'm grateful for it. But I know that I want more for myself, and I see myself having and being more. So here are a few ways that I take ownership of my time within the day, given that a lot of it has been dictated for me in terms of working a day job. And I'm sure if you're watching this, you probably work a day job too. Number one is I wake up early. This is only possible because I am very strict with my bedtime routine. I go to bed at the same time between 9 and 10 p.m. every single night. So I can wake up between 5 to 6 a.m. to start my day, pour into myself. I'm shooting this video before work, for instance, and I am able to ease into my day, have my morning routines that replenish and refill my cup so that when I go out into the world, I am calm, I am collected, and I am cool. So that's one way I take control of my time. Number two, and that's also a way you can live a soft life too, because soft life requires structure. You can't just be willy-nilly and letting yourself go and things like that. You actually have to have some structures in place for your life. Number two, or the second way that I take ownership of my time, is by outsourcing tasks that are not my favorite thing to do. So an example of that is hiring a house cleaner to clean my place every month. That's worth the investment because I do not like cleaning and I find it tedious, but clean must be done. I must have a clean home. Number two is I also outsource my grocery delivery service as well. So I have my groceries delivered to me on a weekly basis too. So those are some two ways you can incorporate soft life into your routine. Soft life is not just living, you can live a soft life even when you work a 9 to 5. And if you want me to do a video on that, please let me know and I'm happy to create a video around that. But time freedom and time management is super important. And any way you can reclaim back your time is something that I encourage you as an individual to do and look into. The ultimate goal is to work for yourself and have full control of your time. But if you're not there yet, these are a few things that you can do to take back ownership of your time and feel like you are pouring into yourself first before into others. Number three is financial freedom. I know we see on social media people are flaunting their Chanels and Louis Vuittons and traveling to exotic destinations and spending money on big lavish weddings. And while that's all good, I'm not going to lie, I do have Chanel, I have Louis Vuitton, I do want to have a nice wedding, but not at the expense of my finances and my financial stability and my financial security. Financial freedom to me looks like having multiple sources of income where you don't have to rely on one source to fuel your lifestyle and your living expenses, because that's very risky. I'm not going to lie, it's something I'm still working on, but it's something that I am actively working on every single day and I always have at the back of my mind. Financial freedom to me is also having investments in the bank and ensuring that I have my money working for me, because that's actually the definition of soft life, where your money works for you and you don't have to work for money eventually. That's the point we all want to get to, where our money is working for us. So I really want to encourage you to adopt healthy financial habits, have a balanced financial acumen where you are spending wisely, but you're also investing wisely as well. So you have those two working hand in hand. I'm not going to sit here and tell you don't buy luxury things. I know I've seen a bunch of videos where people who already have designer items and have traveled to the Maldives are like, oh no, those things don't matter. I realized that my life wasn't good even after I bought my Chanel. Baby, let me get the Chanel first and then I'll be the one to decide. Okay, thank you very much. Like, I'm getting my Chanel and I'm going to have money in the bank, period. Because on this channel, we get to have it all. So I'm letting you know that you want to strike a balance of having financial security and spending in your affairs. So what does that look like? It means scaling up. It means learning about money. It means learning about investing. It means investing in a financial advisor if you don't already have one. It means scaling up or starting that business or starting that YouTube channel or starting monetizing that skill that you have that people are always pulling you on. So financial freedom is a pillar of soft life. You don't have to be the richest or the wealthiest person, but you do want to have a good hold and a good understanding of your money, where it's going, what's coming in, and how it's being circulated within your household. So that's the next point. Number 4, the fourth pillar of a soft life, to me, is a regulated nervous system. What this means is that you are living a very easy flowing, a life of ease, a life of slowness where you're not always in a rush, and a life of calm. Because ladies, there is literally no point in having the Chanel, the money in the bank, even the good health as well, if you're constantly anxious, if you're constantly on edge, if you're constantly waiting for the next bad thing to happen. And your nervous system is actually responsible for the reality that you are calling in yourself. So if you're constantly anxious and thinking of thoughts where things fall apart or where things don't go according to plan, you're putting yourself in a situation where you're attracting those things to you, because scientifically it's been shown that us as human beings give off electromagnetic frequencies, and those frequencies attract or repel certain things to and from us. So your thoughts literally become things. Your thoughts become reality. Your thoughts and your emotions matter. How you feel about yourself and how you feel about other people matter. So we need to have a regulated nervous system so we can have ease, we can have peace of mind, we can experience contentment, because again, that is really the root of all of this. Living a simply luxurious life, living a soft life, is having a regulated nervous system where you believe that there is more than enough, where you believe that you live in a reality of overflow, where you believe that you live a life of ease, flow, and systems and structures which are set in place to support and make you thrive and not just survive. That is a pillar of soft life. Having that sense of calm and ease is so important, and I really encourage you to invest in that. How can you invest in that? Number 1 is through your mindset. What kind of a mindset do you have? Because it really begins in the mind. If you believe that you will never have enough, all things are always working against you, or that things don't favor you, or men are trash, or money is always flying away from me, or oh, I'm always broke, those things are becoming your reality because you're perpetuating those thoughts and they influence your actions, which influence your reality. So you need to first of all start by switching your thought pattern, your belief system, what you believe about yourself and about the world and the life that you live. Start affirming yourself, saying, I am enough, I am abundant, I live a life of overflow, all things work together for my good, things are rigged in my favor. It may sound woo-woo, and that's because it is, but the things you tell yourself, let me give an example. Remember when we were younger and you have like certain nursery rhymes where you just remember them off the top of your head because you heard them so many times, like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H-I-J. If you're Nigerian and you know that song, that nursery rhyme, please come through. I'm Nigerian, so I'm just giving examples based on my childhood. But though that you learn that through repetition. So the more you repeat things, the more, that's what your subconscious mind prefers. It prefers and thrives on repetition. So keep repeating positive things to yourself, and eventually you're going to start seeing your reality shifts in little ways, and that would reinforce you to actually keep going before you eventually change your entire reality. So that is one way that you can incorporate what was that point? A regulated nervous system into your soft life. Last but not the least of what a soft life means to me is healthy relationships. I know this is something we don't hear regularly, but the truth is that ladies, especially for women, the kind of relationship, romantic or platonic, really dictates the trajectory of your life. Even in the Bible, it says bad character corrupts good morals. I don't know if that was in the Bible, but let me know if that was in the Bible. But I know you know that quote. But essentially, it does say that if you hang around fools, you too will become a fool. So who you hang around matters, and energy is contagious. If you hang around rich people, you will be rich. If you hang around broke people, you will be broke. If you hang around people who are always struggling, you too will also be struggling, because energy is contagious. And I just want to say this: who you end up with, marrying, being in relationships with matters, because that can actually derail or upgrade your life, especially as a woman. And for me, having healthy relationships is a pillar of soft life, because ladies, there's literally no point in you having the big house, nice cars, Chanel bags, if your ass is getting beat every night by your man, or you have a toxic parent, or your siblings hate you. All those things affect the quality of your life. I'm someone that is super big on family. I want to have a family of my own one day, and I will have a family of my own one day. It's in the works, but within marriage, of course. But having those healthy relationships are so critical. I remember when I was at a really low point in my life, and the people who were there for me the most were my family. Literally, when you have no one else, you should at least have your family to back and support you. And that's something that is priceless, because when you have people who love you, that is worth more than money, it's worth more than gold, it's worth more than anything. I'm sure you have memories of your childhood where, you know, if you didn't grow up in a very affluent environment, you still as a child really appreciated the presence of your mom and the presence of your dad, just being there, having those memories of eating dinner together, you know, your mom doing your hair, things like that. Like, having people who love and care about you, if you're fortunate enough to have that, is so vital. And that to me is also part of a soft life. Having healthy children, having a family that loves you, everyone is in good health and sound mind. And that's actually rooted in my name, Ashanwa, which means, in short, a caring person. But the long form of the name, or the long meaning of the name, is when you go to somebody's house, you don't ask about the welfare of the animals or the material things. You ask about the welfare of the people living in the house. So that is the fifth pillar. So just to summarize things, the 5 pillars of what a soft life means to me is: number 1, good health and sound mind; number 2, time freedom; number 3, financial freedom; number 4, a healthy regulated nervous system; and number 5, healthy relationships. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you stuck around up to this point, I truly appreciate you. Let me know which of these points stood out to you, and let's have a conversation in the comment section. I would love to know your thoughts. And yes, see you in the next video. Bye.